Hello everyone. Welcome to today's video on beginner's guide on how to build your research profile. I am Radhika Mujumdar, Videsh Career Mentor, and I will be guiding you along the way. Before we dive in the topic, I would like to let you know some details about Videsh. So Videsh was co-founded by three co-founders, Dr. Raj, Dr. Rajat, and Dr. Sridat, who are award-winning scientists and PhD holders from Indian Institute of Technology, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and Purdue University from the US. So they themselves are PhD holders, and they were in the United States for more than 5 years, and now they've three of them have returned to India with the sole purpose of guiding undergrad students and working professionals like yourselves to help you land your dream universities. So, do you know what is that one thing that sets the students who get admits from prestigious universities like Caltech, Stanford, Yale from the rest of the students? It is the research profile. It is the research profile that helps them stand out from the rest of the crowd. And yes, universities value admissions with research profile. So if your application consists of a research profile, you're more likely to get in the university, right? So you can see in this image that a researcher is seeing the black hole image for the first time in her life, and the look on her face, the surprise on her face, I mean, says it all, right? So, why do you think universities are looking for students with a research profile, with background in research? It is because if such groundbreaking research gets performed in that university, the reputation of that university goes much higher, the rankings go much higher. Of course, the researcher gets benefited by that, but the university gets multiple benefits from such a thing happening, right? So that is why universities are looking for people. They're looking for students with who have done research papers, who've done review papers, who have background to research, and they are greatly valued, they're greatly respected, right? So now I'm just going to take you through what constitutes a research profile. So in this slide you can see that there are five things that constitute a research profile. First is the projects. So all of you have done multiple projects, right, in your undergrad. So these projects have little to very low value when you're submitting your applications, because everybody has done projects, right? That they are not of much value. And the second is the internship. So an internship can be internship in your college, or it can be an international internship. If this internship is in some kind of research with some new research outcome, then it is considered of sustainable value when you're submitting your applications. Now, what is most important? The most important components of your research profile are your publications, your conferences, and your patents. Now, I understand that not all of you have written research papers, not all of you are acquainted with research, and most of you must be very, very new to this research topic, right? That's why you're watching this video. But then I want to let you know that building a research profile or writing a paper is not as complicated as it seems. And it is a very, very easy process, not a very easy process, but then it is a step by step process if you follow me along the way. And it really helps if there is some professional guidance from people who have gone through the process themselves. So it really helps if people like us or any other career mentor is helping you to write your research paper, because now I'm going to give you some guidelines on how to start with the process, right? So a research paper can be categorized into two subparts. It can one first part is the review paper, and the second part is the research paper. So what is a review paper? A literature review paper is a summary, consolidated summary of 50 to 60 research papers written on the same topic. right? So it does not have any new research outcomes, but it is consistently, it just gives you a summary of the 50 to 60 research papers, and it is very very respected in their own field, and they are very very highly respected by the universities also. So for students who find writing journal papers very complicated, or who don't want to write something new of their own, they can always write review papers as well. So now we move on to the second topic, that is the research journal papers. So what is a journal paper? A journal paper is a paper that you have written along with a professor in your university with new research outcome. Clear? So, a journal paper is necessarily something that you write from scratch, and there is novelty, there is new research outcome in your paper. So, how do you do that? In my slide, you can see that a research journal paper consists of 12 parts. The first part is the title, author, keywords, abstract, introduction, figures, tables, results, discussion, conclusion, references, and acknowledgements. Now, don't get overwhelmed by these topics, right? Once you start to figure out the topic of your research paper, it is going to be very easy for you to do the rest of the things, right? So it is very important to classify a topic in your research paper. It is important to broadly classify into which topic of area you're going to write your research paper. A broad topic can be aerodynamics, it can be machine learning, it can be artificial intelligence, it can be data science, it can be anything, right? And then you have to further refine this broad topic into a very very specific area of research. Now this specific area of research can be your area of interest, or it can also be an extension of a project work that you're already doing, right? So if you're doing this along with a professor who's associated with you for more than a year, it's well and good, because the professor is always there to guide you on how to go about your research. Now what we are doing, we are helping you on how to write your research paper and in what format you're supposed to write your research paper, right? So in my slide you can see now that the tools that can be used to write your research paper. So the first tool is Overleaf. You can use Overleaf to build your research paper. So Overleaf is basically a latex format, which gives your um, research paper a very very professional look, and it is something that is also helping you helping you to make your research paper look very professional, right? So you have to write whatever you want to in the overlay format, and it will automatically convert it into a latex document. We will share the links of all these three softwares in the description of this video, right? The next tool is Mandely. Mandely is basically used for documenting your research work. It is basically used for documenting all the references and citations that you have previously used from your research paper, right? So while studying for your research paper, the documentations, the references, the papers that you've read, you can all document it into Mandely, right? The third software is the Litmaps, right? So the Litmap is something that can be used for literature review. So what it does is it basically gives you a tree-like map of the research papers, mentioning the citations that a particular research paper has used, and it also gives you the citations that you can use, that some other paper has used. If it is some particular paper you're referring to, some paper that has used that citation, and the citations that that paper has used. So this is what I'm trying to say, this is the image of what I'm trying to say. So this is how Letmaps works, and gives you a very visual representation of your entire work, research work, right? And then once you are through, once you've done writing this research paper, what generally happens is you publish it, you send it for publication, and then there's a lot of processes happening at the back end. So there's reviews happening, there's peer review happening, there are revisions happening if your paper gets sent back for revision. So there are a lot of things happening in between, and this process can take up to, I think I would say, 3 to 4 months for you to know if your paper is published. So there are four stages in which your paper is passed, and they let you know if you have been rejected or accepted in every at the end of every stage. So that is how it works, right? So now we are at the in March, and you have about 8 months to prepare for this research profile until your deadlines arrive for fall 26 applications. So I would suggest you to start finding a topic from today itself. Broadly try to classify your topic, right? So that it will help you. It will give you a very, very clear idea of what exactly you want to write your research paper in. Also, maintaining novelty of your paper is very important. So make sure you're just not repeating something that is previously written in some other paper. Otherwise the chances of getting rejected are very, very high, and it can be demotivating for you if your paper is rejected. But don't worry, it's very common for first time that your paper is rejected, so it's very, very common, and don't worry about it, right? So yeah, and then also refer papers that are latest, right? So papers which have dates from 2016 onwards, refer those papers because those papers are modern. And also try to refer papers that have more than 100 citations. Now, why is that? So that is because these papers are renowned. These papers are referenced by a lot of people, and they are respected. They are valued. So try to follow these things while trying to build a research paper. And I hope this video was very, very useful for you. And keep following us and subscribe to our channels for more videos of such sort. All the best, and keep watching. Bye bye.